Of course, our next group of dancers are the eisa dancers, traditional dancers from the Haines area. They started early in the 1900s around the Austin Hammonds family and have traveled extensively throughout the state of Alaska and the other states of the USA. They will perform the traditional Tlingit dancers. They are well organized. They have a president, Charlie Jimmy, a vice president, Mrs. Lewis, Matilda Lewis, a coordinator, Snuffy Paddock, secretary, Werner Erickson, and treasurer, Ann Keenan. We present to you the eisa dancers.
Good evening. I'd like to introduce some dancers to you at this time. We'll start off with our song leader, Rachel Dixie Johnson. We have Elsie Malott here. We have Rick Johnson. Martin Paddock. Doug Patterson. You have something to say?
Oxcliate. In recognition of celebration, I'd like to wish Tracy Nix happy anniversary. We met Celebration 88. She's now Tracy Patterson.
We have Daniel Folletti, Mark Paddock, Jeff David, Jarrett Luchman, Ernie Smith, down here we have Mary Folletti, Linda Paddock, Casey Paddock, Tierra, Shayla Willard, Peter C. Johnson, Sam Jackson, TJ, Tommy Jimmy Jr., Paul Jackson, Paulina Phillips, Ann Keener, Jackie Johnson. Leona Lindoff. Edna Wilkins. Matilda Lewis. Mary Paddock. We have Lillian Hammond. And Percy. Who did I miss? Oh, Wade. I'm Charles Paddock, and I apologize for not knowing everybody, but you know how they kind of show up. At this time, I'd like to call Matilda Lewis to say a few words here. And there's somebody catching my attention down there that I forgot. It's Verna Erickson. For some reason, she always seems to be left out. Even when her mother introduces the group, she forgets her, so she's used to this. There's Matilda Lewis.
We just elected Snuffy Paddock for helping the coordinator. He's been a tremendous help to me. But if you don't watch out, he's going to get fired pretty soon. Been a wonderful few days here for us. Those of us that came down from Haines, I don't think we have missed any celebration from the first time it started. But as the years go by, we see a lot of improvement. I think most of you was here this morning to see our young people, right down to 3-year-old, make that grand entrance. I think they made everybody's heart flutter. And I think a lot of the mothers and the grandmothers had tears in their eyes. I know it really does something to you when you see your children and grandchildren a part of a group like this. And this is why our elders, and I'm speaking about Austin Hammond Sr., who was our leader, through him, the Gason has been performing together with the help of Mrs. Johnson as song leader. And we appreciate these that work with us. We work together. If someone gets hurt, we feel together. And if we lose a loved one, we all have that deep feeling. That is what we all are all about. And I hope that within the next 2 years, that you will go home and put an interest in your little one so that they can be here next celebration. It's so wonderful to see these little ones perform, and I know it makes you very proud, like it does us. And we want to say that we have enjoyed the time that we have spent here, not only this year, but the 2 years before that, and the 2 years before that. We have seen and heard a lot. As we get older, we're still learning, and that is what we are trying to teach our young people. And I thank Sealaska for inviting us here and being a part of this great celebration. And as we continue our program, please enjoy Gunal Chish, Gunal Chish.
Thank you, Matilda. At this time, Ernie would like to say something.
Chish, oh, Kidlika, Yaro, Coagda. My Aunt Matilda had come down to Ketchikan while during a regalia symposium, and I'd already been there a couple of days or so, and she was watching me work on my wife's blanket. She'd come up and ask me if I could make her a woodworm blanket. I said yes. And thanks to the goodness and the kindness of my wife's heart, Mary, would you please stand up? Mary Smith. She helped me in finalizing the final product. And I'd like to present this to my Aunt Matilda at this time. As warm as it is, I won't expect her to wear it in this heat.
I just want to say thank you to my family. When I saw my nephew sewing blankets, I kind of wished I had a blanket like theirs because I do come down from Klawock. I was born and raised in Klawock. My father is Wishkitan Shawika from Auk tribe. My mother come from Klawock, Taka Native. I left home 1948, and I've been away ever since. And I get the feeling that my family has been trying to get me back home. But I've been also in Haines 30 years, and that is home to me. But I do thank my family for recognizing me and still holding me a part of the family. Good cheese, Ernie.
You're very welcome, Auntie. I also like to recognize my mother, Ruby W. Smith. She also wears the woodworm blanket. And I promised her I would dress hers up when I got back home. My mother.
Earlier this evening, I was talking with some friends outside, and they said everybody gets up here and says good morning or good afternoon, good evening, or hello, but nobody says Hawa Tekwan. So I thought I would better say that. One other thing I would like to say is this dancing is kind of new to me. I've been with the group for a long time, kind of in the background. I've been a driver, I've been a photographer, and doing a lot of little odd jobs, and I could always kind of sit out in the back and not be recognized because I didn't have anything to wear to dance in. Well, I guess I have to be up here now because my wife just made this for me. Last night was the first time I got to wear this. And I would like to thank my wife very much for doing this. Now I have no excuse. I have to come out on the stage with the rest. Thank you. been around for quite a while. They were formed in the early 1900s. Nobody seems to be able to pin down the exact year, but we've been carrying on the traditions the best we can for quite some time. They've traveled quite extensively. They've been to the Peabody Museum. They've been to Disney World. They've been to the World's Fair in Spokane, just to mention a few places. And in Alaska, we've been all over. We've been to house dedications. We've been to totem pole raisings. We've also put on workshops. We've gone up into Canada at Carcross and held workshops for the youth and taught beading, button blanket making, carving, design. We do have a number of talented people that are carvers, silver carvers, wood carvers, beaders, button blanket makers, basket weavers. And so we are, not me, I'm not very talented, but they are. And also we have been invited to the opening ceremonies of the 1994 Goodwill Games in Russia. We've been working very hard to raise money, and money seems to enter into everything. It wouldn't have been so bad if we'd have got the letter a year in advance, but we got our letter around the end of February or the first part of March, and that isn't much time between March and the middle of July to raise enough money to take 10 people over. But we've been working very hard at it, and the ladies have been doing a lot of sewing. We have, we're supposed to have a drawing tonight, but we haven't sold enough tickets on our button blankets. We have 2 button blankets, beaded vest, octopus bag and hat, and several other things on the list. We're going to have to postpone that until we sell a few more tickets. But anyway, to make a long story short, we hope that we can raise enough money to go to Russia. And at this time, we'd like to do the blanket dance for donations. Thank you.
Eskimo, Yatre. Everybody Yatre.
Thank you very much for your generous donations. We'll buy a cup of coffee when we get to Russia. Thank you.